Kia ora fam, this reading is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Saturn, or wherever it falls in your chart, wherever it's exalted at this time. Or we pull 10 of Cups, so that means if you are going through some healing at this time, this could be healing of trauma. This also could be related to your womb space, physical or not physical. Everyone has an energetic womb space. This reading could also be for those that are seeking community, seeking healing within community, or have gone through, I just heard addiction as well. So some of you could be healing certain addictions or certain patterns or tendencies that have been unhealthy for you, and you're trying to transmute those or go through certain change. Okay, let's see what comes up. We're just using Shadowscapes Tarot, this little one here. Love, light, high frequency, truth, just in case. Thank you for this time to read for Pisces collective. I was going to say Cancer, so some of you might be Cancer signs. Some of you may have experienced death within, most people have, but death within your family as well. Also with the Devil card we pulled before, that was on the base of the deck, Capricorn could be significant as well. Some of you might be learning a little bit about your family history, or there could be something that you're dealing with that's quite, I've heard, unhealthy or toxic, maybe within yourself, within your dynamics or something, that is being brought to the surface, or you're like discovering, or it's being brought light to, that needs to be changed. And this could have been highlighted through death. So this could have been highlighted through any change that you have gone through, or an actual physical death of someone in your whānau, your family. What guidance information do you have for collective Pisces or Ten of Cups collective at this time? Guidance information do you have for Ten of Cups collective at this time? You have Queen of Pentacles. So there's a lot here about healing yourself. Some of you are learning how to heal yourself through resonance, I heard, through resonating with your body. So maybe that's also, so some of you are learning how to resonate with yourself more. So as you're learning more about yourself and understanding about yourself, understanding things about yourself, maybe you're accepting those parts of yourself. I'm also seeing with Queen of Pentacles, that is a lot about physical self-care, as I always say. So your body, what you eat, what you consume on a very physical, like material level. So some of you could be healing the way that you take care of yourself. And realizing, maybe some of you need to realize, or have been realizing, that you actually do have the resources to be healthy, to heal yourself, to look after yourself properly, whatever that means to you. We have Eight of Cups. We have the Sun, Leo. We have Page of Wands. I think that's Aries. And the Emperor. That's Aries. Again, and King of Swords at the base of the deck. So whatever you're releasing at this time, whatever you're healing at this time, whatever you're discovering about yourself as you're going into a deep dive, and there's Scorpio energy here as well, is really positive. Yeah, the light, so water and light, or the sun, is significant. Even with this Ten of Cups, the sun is there, highlighting things within the water, within the depths of your subconscious, within your emotions. Things are being called to be highlighted. So whatever is being highlighted to you is what needs to be healed and what needs to be released. So you can, I also just hit escapism. So some of you might have escapism tendencies, or even just within your whānau, within your family lines. So try to work on that. Try to work on not dissociating, and even the things that you use to escape, even just being aware of them. It doesn't mean that you have to like yeah, be compassionate with yourself, like in your healing process. Um, you don't have to be perfect, is what I'm saying. You might be aware of a tendency that you have, but you might still just be working on it. But I guess the focus right now is focusing on healing your body, healing your mind. Some of you might be healing your actual physical womb, um, however that would resonate. Some of you will have let go of a particular relationship or level of intimacy with someone, and I feel like that's positive. Or whatever you've let go of is allowing you to become more intimate with yourself and intimate in your connections. Like, you might be spending more one-on-one time with people. But anyway, with the Page of Wands, as I was saying, that's youthfulness. That is, I heard vibrancy. So some of you might be going on a new adventure of self-care. I heard self-adornment. Um, And I love the Emperor and the Page of Wands together, because the Emperor is in charge. The Emperor is um, honed in on their legacy, accepts help as well. But the Page of Wands is really youthful, is very free and adventurous, and can be seen as like here one minute, here not here the next. But then the Emperor is very stable. So I'm seeing like there's this harmony between those two energies, your youthfulness. Some of you might withdraw your energy or need to withdraw your energy sometimes. Maybe this could be from your work or what you're building, when you need to focus on giving to yourself and also receiving more. I also just heard divine practice, so there could be something that is a practice for you, something that you do regularly, that you're involved in. Could be ritual, could be routine, but it could just be something real casual or not like overtly spiritual, but it's still a divine thing that you do. Could just be like in your routine of looking after your body, self-care. Could be like making sure you're eating certain things or hydrating. So yeah, like like you could be drinking water, but you could be like blessing your water and praying into your water before you drink it, um, or you could be taking more time to look after your skincare routine, and that could be where you are making that practice more divine. Or it could be like when you're cooking or making food for yourself, you're more intentional about it and connecting with source and your ancestors while you're doing it. But I'm seeing there's play and creativity involved as well. It's not like dead serious or anything. It could even be when you get dressed up and you adorn yourself. That's a part of connecting to uh, your divineness, and in turn that heals. In turn that brings healing for you. So it will be personal for each individual. Now, some mindful and listen collaboration is your guidance, collective guidance, information to prefer 10 of Cups, peeps, guidance, information. Yeah, there's the Devil. The Devil. Eight of Swords. Death and the Hierophant. Scorpio, Mars. I actually think 10 of Cups, when I was looking it up, is Mars and Pisces. So it's also like what motivates your dreams. Like, I also heard your rhythm. What motivates your rhythm? So like how you move, how you flow in life, who you flow with. Connecting with those as well, connecting with those as well that have complement your rhythm, or flow at the same flow in the same ways as you, in community, same values, if that makes sense. Similar practices or practices that complement each other. So this is who you should be connecting with, the spaces that you should be moving through. Some of y'all are really, really healing. Yeah, again, that addiction, codependency, um, even like letting go of people that want to keep you. I'm just I don't like this, but highlighted to the way that the heart is like, that, oh, sorry, the hands are like grabbing onto the heart. Like maybe there are people that are attached to you and want to keep you in a box for themselves. So be mindful of that energy, but also just be mindful of your own tendencies, which it seems like you are. It seems like you're being called to move out of your head, move out of sorrow, self-restriction, limiting beliefs. I was gonna say beliefs and thoughts, limiting beliefs. And your ancestors want you to be more positive, and this is through receiving. So some of you will also need to be more open to receiving physical things from people, whether even touch. Um, Affection can be gifts. You know, someone wants to give you some kai, some food. Say yes. Eat with others. Um, yeah, there's a big transformation here that you all are going through. And again, with the Hierophant coming under the Emperor, it's a lot about your ritual. It's a lot about your routine and your structure as well. Some of you could be healing wounds that you have with your own masculine energy, so-called masculine energy, or someone who was a father in your life or a father figure. But I'm seeing like even like not gendering this, it could be like your mum, but they were more of a masculine, quote unquote, parent. You know, I don't know. I kind of hate using masculine and feminine, which I have talked about for years, just because it can get quite confusing with what that actually means. So I feel like I would actually like to challenge myself to stop using those terms, um, because what is sometimes don't know what masculine feminine energy really is, if that makes sense. Um, but anyway, I'm seeing that you have the resources, or something that you're learning at this time is that you have the resources to contribute to your own legacy, to build your own legacy, to have structure, to have tradition as well, whatever that looks like for you. What is this change? King of Cups. The way that you express yourself, your ancestors, source, the divine, God, creator, whatever, are encouraging you to, yeah, they're encouraging you to express yourself fully, your heart, your creativity, to really fall into what you love, to fall in love for some of you. You have the resources to adapt. You also have the resources to get through any change or go through this cycle of change. I was also hearing self-soothing before, so maybe there's some of you need to have been triggered or something like that and just need to self-soothe a little bit. And I also want to affirm that for some of you, like what you've been through has not been easy, but it's really opened and expanded your heart. The Wheel of Fortune, yeah. Even though, like, below everything, some of you may be feeling a bit like mentally blocked or challenged or moving through certain things, I'm still seeing this fortune here. So whatever you're moving through mentally and feeling, not that it doesn't matter, but it's not going to affect what's actually taking place, because I see that some of you have already done the work to release and heal. You're already going through the transformation. So even if you feel like, oh, is this going to happen, or is this actually going to work out for me? Am I actually going to be able to experience this? You are, regardless of what your mind is telling you. You know, like online, how people can be like, if you don't say this to yourself, you're not going to get it. And to a certain extent, but sometimes when something is destined for you or something is already done, you've already done the work. Even if your mind is telling you something, even if you're triggered, even if someone is saying something to you that is keeping you in a certain place, you're still going to experience what you're going to experience. Like, you know, that's standing in your power and not letting your mind, you know, like fully consume you, if that makes sense. So yeah, some of you'll need to get back into your heart a little bit more. So do something. If you are feeling a bit mentally restricted or down or isolated, do something that's gonna that you love to do. Yeah, could be to do with your creative expression. Could be going on a little adventure. Could be listening to music. Page of Wands is just something fun, something casual, something not too serious. You know. The Magician and Five of Pentacles. Yeah, there's lack here, but you'll are about to magician that shit. You are about to transmute that. You are transmuting that. You have the resources. You have the emotional resources. You have the spiritual resources. You have the what's the other thing? Spiritual, emotional, physical. You've got the resources is what I mean. You might not have the physical resources. Like for example, you might feel like you don't have like the money or the physical support at some times to do certain things. But I'm seeing that sources saying like you have everything else. I'm also seeing for some of you there could be someone else that feels like an alchemist to you that or that has resources that are going to help you. That's going to help you. Guidance information you have for the Ten of Cups collective. So yeah, it is really important for you with Queen of Pentacles to be open to receiving help. So maybe affirming over yourself, I'm open to receiving help. I'm worthy of love, joy, peace, and abundance. I say that over myself almost every day to remind myself of what I'm worthy of receiving, what I'm worthy of giving and experiencing. Um, yeah, and Three of Wands here. King of Pentacles at the base of the deck, whānau. Oh, that makes me emotional a little bit. For some of you, it could even just be about receiving love in general. Like you feel like you might not feel worthy of love in some ways. And sources reminding you of first and foremost to care for yourself. You know that puts you in the frequency and the energy to receive from someone else, right? I'm also seeing for some, if this had to do with like your dad or a father figure or something, they may not have had the resources growing up or in their life to provide you with what you needed. But you have the resources now to provide that for yourself and to create new traditions. But yeah, there still looks like you might be like working through lack. Could just be your mentality. Could be physical lack as well, physical challenges. But I do see help coming. And I also see like what resources do you have now that you can utilize? What have you learned from the past? You know, with Three of Wands, this is like everyone always says your ship's coming in. I'm seeing it's important for you to look to the horizons and not look so much to your past anymore. Yeah. Be a little bit more confident. Try to get motivated. Something is definitely expanding for you all. King of Pentacles, Three of Swords, Page of Swords, Five of Cups. Some of you have been through quite a bit of hurt. And so maybe it's hard for you to believe that you can have this physical stability, whether it's home, finances, whatever, that extends out of you. Like, some of you might need to talk about the hurt that you have been feeling or the grief that you're feeling, and just really take it slow. For some, this might have to do with a child. You might, or your child self, you might be grieving loss that your child has experienced or hurt that your child has experienced, or your child self. Yeah. So it's really important to talk about the hurt, talk about your feelings. Um, that's going to help you identify even more so like what stability means to you in on Earth in general, beyond money. Like just like what feels grounding for you, what is security for you, what you would like to have in your life. Um, yeah. Should we pull? Let's pull one more to close this reading. 20 minutes. Guidance information. You have to close this reading for our Ten of Cups collective. Two of Wands. And we had Three of Wands before, right? Four of Wands at the base of the deck. Well, fam, there's like a literal progression. Two of Wands, Three of Wands, Four of Wands. So at this time, your ancestors want you to use your wisdom. Apply your wisdom to your choices. Two of Wands is that you have a choice. You have a choice to expand. You have a choice to make, I guess. And it's up to you to decide how you expand your life, what you want to bring in, how you expand your territory emotionally, spiritually, mentally, what you experience. Even though you might be feeling anxious, worried, or like in your head a little bit, or anticipating certain things, there's Four of Wands at the base of the deck. So you have this opportunity to experience a greater joy than you've experienced before. To experience love. Yeah, there's roses in here. And roses are like a high frequency of love. Some of you might be drawn to our Pombagita oil potion, which is rose and koa infused into grapeseed oil. We're actually going to make a new batch next week, so if you're interested in that, that's on our website. But there could be some sacrifices that you need to make for this choice. Yeah, with the Hanged Man and the Fool. You might need to take a break in order, just a quick pause, doesn't have to be for long, to go into this rebirth, to look at what new experiences do I want to have, and what risks do I need to take, or choices do I need to make that are new, where I could feel out of my depth, but are going to be beneficial for me in the long run.